Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the X-Men Nemesis Build-A-Figure Wave Nemesis. I say Nemesis, but I have since found out that in Earth 616, which is what this particular figure is based off of, he's actually called Genocide, not even Holocaust. But anyway, that's enough of that. Fabian Cortez is next up here. And I don't really care for this figure. You guys let me know down in the comments below which one of you guys really wanted Fabian Cortez to get released. Maybe there's some of you, maybe there's a lot of you guys. I just don't, this figure does nothing for me in particular. But you guys give me your thoughts down in the comments below if you guys are excited for this announcement, excited for this release. For me, yeah. And I think it was released at one of the overseas conventions. I don't know if it was the one in Spain. Was it the Luca one, or was that Italy or whatever? And maybe if it was in Spain, that would have made sense. Like, hey, Fabian Cortez, we can announce it there. It'd be great. But I don't know. I'm just not particularly excited about this. But you guys let me know. Give me your thoughts down in the comments below on it. We get the Xmen logo here. You can see the Nemesis Build-A-Figure logo up at the top there. We get the artwork for Fabian Cortez there. It's the same artwork on the side, same artwork on the back. He is the last figure in the wave before we look at the Build-A-Figure itself. The bio reads, Fabian Cortez, once a founder of the Acolytes, betrays Magneto and makes himself an enemy of both his former leader and the X-Men. So I will be doing a comparison of Fabian Cortez with Magneto as we go along in it. I got this full wave from toysnowman.com, so link in the video description below to them. It is my referral link. If you use my link and create an account for first-time users or new accounts, you get a 5% off coupon code. Currently, unfortunately, it looks like a majority of the wave is actually sold out. As of this recording, I think the last two that I had seen that were still available were Husk and I think it was Cyclops that was still available, but depending on when this video goes live, which I think it'll go live to Wednesday afternoon, it may be sold out. It may not be available any longer. So we just kind of have to see. But Cyclops and Husk are the only ones that are available, so not even the Fabian Cortez. So maybe it's pretty popular that Fabian Cortez sold out pretty early on that, but you guys let me know. But anyway, check out toysnowman.com for all your action figure needs, not just the Marvel Legends stuff. They got everything that you'd be looking to get, all the collectible stuff. Mezco, SH Figure Arts, Mafex, Joy Toy, McFarlane Toys. They got it all. So toysnowman.com. Here, let's get into Fabian Cortez. Okay, so probably going to be a pretty quick review of this guy, because again, I don't have any, connection to it. There's not a whole lot going on for the figure either. In terms of accessories, we get fist on the figure out of the package, and then we get one open hand here for his right hand, and then for his left, we get a grip hand with nothing to grip. We get these flame effects for each hand. We've seen these multiple times. He does have large fists. He is based on the Vulcan body, so those fists were actually pretty large on there. They do still work, but you do kind of have to force them in a little bit there. But, it works. But that's what we get. And then we have the left leg to the Nemesis Build-A-Figure, the Genocide. Earth 616, he is known as Genocide, Apocalypse's son. So there we go. We're going to stick this off to the side. And the next video will actually be the Build-A-Figure video itself. But let's go ahead now and take a close-up look at Fabian Cortez. Okay, so here's Fabian Cortez, and he's got major mullet going on because he's got, business in the front, party in the back, because you can hardly tell that he's got a ponytail because it's all like short hair, and then he's got the long ponytail there. But this is Fabian Cortez, and again, I just don't really know about it. Like, it's cool, like, if you really wanted a Fabian Cortez, but I don't know of a single person that was, saying, hey, Hasbro, when are you going to make the Acolytes? Again, and I could be completely wrong on that, but you guys let me know down in the comments below. Are you guys excited for this one? We'll see how the views on this video will work, because typically the characters that people don't really care for don't get a lot of views, whereas this entire wave has been pretty good so far, although Husk hasn't gone live yet, so I don't really know how that one's going to go. Marrow just went live for me, and that one seems to be going pretty well, but there was a lot of hype for that one when it was first announced. He's got this big-ass cape. This is a thick cape as well, so it is very heavy. It just does not want to go anywhere or do anything like that. But the good thing is it's not going to fall off or anything, because it is attached to the shoulder pads, this harness here. So it's really not going to go anywhere. It does port in the back somewhat, as you can see there. But I guess, I think it just kind of came out a little bit. Ooh, whoops, what did I do? Did I pop the glue on that? Or is it just kind of like rests in there? No, I guess it just rests in there. I can't tell if there was glue or not. I guess it does come out. So if you wanted to do a soft goods cape, you could do that. Like, I actually think this is a better design without the cape than with the cape. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. A little bit of red paint. We just get this V design there on the front, right under some of the crevices of the muscle. It looks like it kind of missed out on some of the paint. He's got the butterfly joints in there, but none of that red paint goes on into the butterfly joints. It's hidden by these shoulder pads, so probably not that big of an issue. And then there's just nothing else going on there. When we get to the articulation, I'll point out the fact that he does not have boot swivel, which is weird. But anyway, that is Fabian Cortez. I'm going to try to get this cape back on there. So the way it looks, get this big-ass ponytail out of the way. The way it looks and how it's going to kind of go, it just kind of slips in there, and just because of like force and friction, it's going to hold. I don't know. Like, I'm sure if I just do this and kind of force it, like fold that back in there underneath, like it could just like that, and then get this back up underneath there. Okay, so we get it, and then you want to peg it in the back to really secure it on there. But it's a weird... Oh, there we go. I got it. It's much easier than I thought it was going to be. But here we go with the cape. I actually really like the way it looked without the cape, surprisingly enough. But anyway, that is Fabian Cortez. Let's go ahead and check out his articulation. Okay, so Fabian Cortez, he's got the long ponytail, so getting him to look up, I guess, does work because it bends out a little bit. I worry how much stress that's going to add into the ponytail, so just a heads up on there. But you can get him to look up, you can get him to look down there, so that is good. You get a full rotation in there, and it looks like you actually do get some pivot on that neck, so that is good. The shoulder you can get to go straight on out like so. You could do a full rotation, although you got to move it around the cape and that shoulder, and you know what? That's a bit of a pain in the ass, not even worth the attempt there, but you normally would be able to. You got upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend there. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge on the fists, the open hand, and then the grip hand has a vertical hinge. So vertical hinge on the grip hand. So he's got nothing to grip, but if he were to grip something, you could do that there. Now, one thing... this hand, I don't think this hand is like kind of the standard Vulcan hand, because the gloves themselves do have a little bit of sculpted detail, or a single piece of sculpted detail, and maybe I'm misremembering when it comes to the Vulcan, but see that sculpted line right there? All the other hands also have that along the sides of the hand, so that's something with the glove design, I assume. And so I don't know if these hands were specific or if Vulcan hands use that too. I don't recall specifically those gloved hands. However, they could have been used before. So if you guys recognize them, let me know. We get the butterfly joint in here, so you can get the arm to go back a little bit, and then you can get it to come forward just a tad. Crossbody is going to be tough, as this harness piece there is really just going to get in the way. Got an ab crunch on Fabian Cortez, so he can crunch forward that much. You can crunch back, but the cape situation makes it a little bit difficult. Although with the cape kind of right perfectly, it does help get him to stand up, which is quite nice. You got a waist swivel in there. Legs go out that far apart. He can kick forward that far. You can go, can't really go back on the leg. You got the upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee. Let me get that knee bend going, so you get that much bend there at the knee. And here's the kicker, because I think these are Vulcan legs. So the crazy thing is, are these Vulcan legs? Yeah, these are Vulcan legs. So Vulcan legs, there's a calf swivel. Fabian Cortez, so clearly, again, Vulcan legs. Not Vulcan legs, he's got these big-ass boots on. But they sculpted the boot. I don't know if it was just to make him taller. I mean, Hasbro doesn't care about scale in terms of Marvel Legends. They don't really do everything to proper scale. But why did they do the boot so high up, and then do it to where it's shaped around the leg? So it's the cut is probably in here or something, you know, fairly high, but the cut's probably in here. Why not just have the boot be a little bit shorter, and then let us have the swivel? But no, this part of this leg has to go into the boot, because you could see it's sculpted around the muscle definition here, as you can see there. So that means no boot swivel. But Like, why? I mean, is it that boot swivel is just gonna like eventually go away when it comes to new stuff? I'm confused, because this entire wave, the only boot swivel figure or calf swivel figure is this Wolverine with the lopsided head. But again, this one's just mine. I think other people have commented that theirs is fine. Mine just has the warped lopsided head. I did heat it up and try to kind of squish it back into place. That did not work, by the way. But Cyclops is the only one with calf swivel, and that's because it's the Vulcan body, which is the standard body, so I would imagine that's going to always and forever stay. But when it comes to like new stuff, if we're going to get new sculpt, maybe they don't want to put the extra tooling cost into that one additional piece. I hope that is not going to be the case, but we seem to be having a lot of figures lately with no boot swivel. Is it the end of the world? No. Can you still make things work? Yes. But boot swivel is nice to have. More articulation, the better. So when we don't have it, it sucks. Okay, so having Fabian Cortez next to Magneto, as you can see there, he actually makes Magneto look tiny, which is kind of crazy. You know, the Vulcan body, again, it's a tall body. But his boots are longer than the typical Vulcan body. So you could see, like, when we compare to Cyclops specifically, you could see he's much taller because those boots give him some additional height. And I just kind of wish that was not necessarily the case. But there we go with Fabian Cortez. This will be the only side-by-side comparison aside from the wave that we're going to do. Okay, so here is the entire Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. We've got Gambit, we've got Husk, we've got Nightcrawler, we've got Marrow, we've got Wolverine, we've got Cyclops, and then we have Fabian Cortez from the Acolytes. You guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this wave so far? I think we have some pretty solid hits for sure. Like, typically I would save the ranking for the Nemesis Build-A-Figure review video, and I'll do it then. But like, I'm seeing them together. I'm like, oh, we have the whole wave here together. Like, if I were to rank, I'm probably going to go X-Force Nightcrawler. Then I'm going to go Wolverine. Then I'm going to go Gambit. Then I'm going to go Marrow. Then I'm going to go Cyclops. Then Husk. And then Fabian Cortez is going to be down at the bottom for me. But you guys let me know what you think of this Fabian Cortez if you're excited for it. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys liked this video, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out ToySnowman.com for all your action figure collecting needs.